day, ladies and gentlemen, and my humble audience over there. Welcome to another True Talk where shows never end. Here with me, I have two wonderful guests. At my right hand side, Mr. Abdullahi Aliu from Tech Pro. And here with me, I have Shemilore Aminu from Ibron FM. And the topic here before us is some men see an independent lady as a competitor. Mr. Aliu, what is your take on that?
You know, first of all, when we talk about an independent lady, we're talking about an over-ambitious person. Because, number one, they cannot submit to their husband 100%. How would you feel? You wake up in the morning and you are at work. Your wife is telling you that I'm also at work, go and pick my kids in school. And you are the husband. No man would like that. Even if some men are doing it, deep down, you know that they don't really like that. You are a man, you are at home. Your wife is gallivanting around the country because of her ambition. She doesn't even have time for you. So what is a woman in your life that doesn't have time for you? You say you have a woman in your life, but she doesn't have time for you. So why do you think that an ambitious woman or an independent woman can work with an independent man?
Okay. Now to you, Ms. Shemilore, what is your take on the topic?
Okay, so first of all, the idea that independence in a woman is conceived as a competition is stemmed from the outdated role of gender role of saying, okay, the man is above the woman. So my woman has to be I have to be more financially stable than my woman, or I have to.
So are you saying the man is no more than the woman in the relationship?
In the relationship, okay, first of all, I am a Christian, so I'll say the man is the head of the family and the woman is...
So why are you saying it's an outdated...
Mr. Ali, sorry, just let her establish her point.
I said that the idea that independence in women is seen as a competition is from the outdated gender roles. I feel like, okay, a woman, the only role of a woman is to be a housewife, to cook, to take care of my children. That's not the only role of a woman. A woman should also grow up to have ambitions. The issue is, then those days, they felt like, okay, men are the only ones that are meant to go to school. Women are just meant to stay at home, learn trade, but that's not the issue now. Right now, in schools, you can count how many women you see in schools and males. If you see a lot of secondary schools now, I can count. In my secondary school, there were like 10 males in the class. We were 30 in the class. So 10 males in the class, you can count, okay, how many females were there? That's like 20. So nowadays, women are beginning to pick up and say, okay, yes, I can have ambitions. I want to be a CEO. I want to, before, women always, okay, they want to grow, they want to have ambitions, but they're always trying to make their ambition, okay, a subordinate ambition, because I don't want to earn too much more than my husband so that he won't feel, but I feel that's insecurity on the part of a man. If for you to show that you are a true man, you should be able to support your woman. Even if the woman say, I want to be a CEO of this company, I want to own this company, I want to be the president.
I'm not saying for a woman to have ambition is bad. But for you to look at your husband or your man and say you are independent, the fact that I see my wife now and I give my wife, babe, bring your phone, I want to do transfer 100K for you, use it for your hair. And my wife tells me that, no, I don't want. It's a disrespect for me in one aspect.
So what you are saying now, sorry, Mr. Ali, what you are saying now is that for your wife to say that she has that money to use to treat her hair, that is a disrespect to you. Yes. But it's also helping you. She can also use that money that you want to transfer to her. She can also use it to do something else.
No, if I'm giving her, it's because I have it. That's why I'm calling her to give it to her. She's not supposed to reject it. As a man, your wife is supposed to submit to you. She's not supposed to be over-ambitious more than you.
I'm sorry, if I should get it right, because our audience over there would like to have a clarity on that. Because your wife rejected the 100,000 you want to give to her, does that mean, in quotes, that she's not submissive?
Yes, it means she's not submissive.
So you, Ms. Shemilore, I'm coming. Okay. What can you say about that?
I don't believe that she's not submissive from that perspective. Because as a woman, before I got married to you, was I not doing my hair? Who was paying for my hair? Okay, after my parents. But I was paying for my hair by myself. Before I even entered the relationship with you.
Yes, but now you're in a relationship now, you're supposed to be underneath.
I can say that the woman should not have said it that way, that no, she should drop your money. But then she can say that, okay, don't worry, she already has if she says she already has the money for the hair, then what's the big deal? what's being submissive to money? I feel like that's insecure. That's you being insecure.
No.
That she didn't collect the money from you to plait her own hair.
Okay,
Not
now,
collect-
sorry, Mr.
Okay.
Aliu. I have another question for you, Ms. Shemilore. How can you handle a relationship where your man sees you as a competitor because you become an independent lady on your own? How can you handle such relationship?
Okay. So first of all, for you to see that the man sees you as a competitor, that means the relationship has already grown over time. You're beginning to see those red flags, red banners that this man is seeing me as a competition. I'm very sorry, but that relationship cannot continue. Okay, I feel like the first thing you do, you try and speak to him.
Are you trying to say now are you trying to support that an independent woman cannot work a relationship out with an independent man?
An
Is that what you're
independent
supporting?
woman can work a relationship out with an independent man, but not with an insecure man.
Not with an insecure man.
Yes.
What kind of insecurity are you talking about?
Okay, so he said, wait, say your question again, sorry.
How can you handle a relationship where your guy or your man sees you as a competitor because you are an independent lady?
Okay, so the first thing I feel like you should first start with communication. There should be communication in the relationship that, okay, if the woman notices that, okay, something like this is happening, this guy is beginning to feel too insecure, beginning to feel like I'm being too overly ambitious or not accepting, not submitting to him in his own terms, then I think she should be able to communicate and express that feeling that, okay, how am I being too ambitious? And then her should be able to also say that, okay, this is what I don't like. I feel like when you communicate.
You know what? No man will sit down and tell his woman that I want you to be submissive. It's supposed to come naturally from a woman. That is the natural phenomenon of a woman. It's supposed to come naturally. Submission to your husband. It's supposed to come naturally. And when we're talking about independent women have this thing of like, okay, babe, I have a meeting in Abuja tomorrow. I'm going. As a man, even if you accept, you are not totally comfortable with it. You just want to just accept. So it will not be like that insecurity you are talking about is there. But at the bottom of your mind, you still feel like, no, this thing does not make sense. How will I be here? My wife is in Abuja for 1 week. I don't even know what she's doing.
So are you saying that the woman is at home now, and then the husband now says, okay, he's going to Abuja for 1 week. The woman's mind too will not be completely sure.
That's why he's the man, he's the provider.
Is the provider.
Yes,
So have you not seen?
It's the
you
provider.
See,
It doesn't mean that the woman is not going to work. But as the man, you have to be able to know where and where.
But in this era now, have you not seen places where the woman is the one working and the man is a stay-at-home husband?
That is a no-no for me. I don't know about any man that is going to sit down at home.
So that's Mr. Aliu.
That is not a man for me.
Mr. Aliu, there is a story of a particular man that I read. He's working remotely. You understand now? But the wife is actually working like 8 to 5 job thereabout. So the wife go to work 9 to 5, but the husband, since he's working remotely, he has to be at home. But it's the husband that will go to the market to go and buy foodstuff and bring it because he has the whole time up to himself.
Lucas, I'm going to put it to you today. No man that is working from home that earns a good money has that time. Even if you are working at home, you cannot have that amount of time in your hands.
All right.
Okay, I'm so sorry to put this through, but I feel like this comes from our background. For a man with that kind of perspective, I feel like this is a problem deeply rooted in his background. Maybe that was how his father and his mother were doing things. You cannot compare, a lady, yes, with Otedola's daughter. Yes, Otedola's daughter, that she was trained in the best of schools. She was trained to be an independent woman. And then she now apparently gets married to your kind of man. So what do you expect her to do? Someone that's over her years, she has the only thing she has known is to...
Before we get married, we are going to talk about all that. If she cannot stay, if she cannot abide by the rules, it's a no-no for me.
All right, Mr. Aliu and Ms. Shemilore, I know you guys have a lot to say. I know you guys have a lot to say, but because time is not by our side, we have to round everything up. Now, to you, Mr. Aliu, I'll put it, what is your own advice to someone that is seeing his wife as an independent or is gay as an independent? What is your advice to such person?
I don't have advice for any married person that is seeing his wife as an independent person, because you knew her before you got married to her. all these issues are supposed to be sorted while you guys are still in a relationship before the marriage. But now when you're in a relationship, I feel like as a man, before you enter into a relationship with any woman, you're supposed to know your finances. Even if she's earning more than you at the moment, you should know that, okay, I have something that is coming for me. In the next 1 year, there's no how what she's earning is going to be peanuts for me. If you know that you are sure of yourself, you cannot be a man and if your wife is earning more than you. To me, that is rubbish.
All right, so you, Ms.
Sorry
Shemilore,
to
in
use that
30 seconds,
language.
please, what is your own advice to a lady that is an independent lady? How that is the husband or husband-to-be seeing her as a competitor?
Well, my advice to such women is that, okay, just like he said, before you get married, you obviously have courtship, yes, so you already get to know the kind of man he is and things like that. But if you were blind to all that and you ended up getting married, I feel the best thing to do is first communicate, seek counsel. That, okay, how can, but if the man still proves stubborn, well,
Stubborn to your ambition of traveling everywhere and going up and not
if the
having
man
time
still
for
feels
him.
stubborn, I feel a separation should do for it.
That's why there's so many divorces in Nigeria.
All right, so
Due to the insecurity of men.
thank you to our audience over there. Miss Shemilore Aminu actually go against seeing a man as in a man seeing her being independent as a competitor. She go against that. And Mr. Aliu here is saying that it's a no-no for her to marry an independent lady. So our audience, I know you have a great time with us. Please remain with us. Thank you till you come your way next time.